Hi and welcome to this GDPR and Shiatsu video with me, Clifford Andrews. Okay, a little about us at newenergywork.com. We've got a lot of team expertise, we've got a lot of practical experience, and we'd like to share it with you. But please note we're not lawyers, so this presentation does not constitute legal advice. So what are the themes we're going to be looking at? Well, we'll look at the GDPR, what is it and why is it there? How does it relate to therapists, your website, email list, your health questionnaire, and then at the end we've got a GDPR offer, so stay with us to the end. So what is the GDPR? Well, it's the General Data Protection Regulation. You've probably heard that, and it comes into EU law from the 25th of May 2018, and it's to regulate how data is collected and processed. That means like email addresses and names and other stuff, and it's there to protect people. Is it a good thing? Yes, it is a good thing. Why is it a good thing? Because you want to have happy clients and students. So what is happening? Well, lots of panic. Emails are flying about asking for consent. There's copycat behaviour. There's total fear of 20 million euro fines. And there's lots of irrational behaviour. So do you need to email everyone? Do you need to ask them to opt in? The answer is almost certainly no. Why is that? Well, because if you don't have consent already, then emailing and asking them for consent is probably illegal under existing, that is pre-GDPR data law. Oh, so what are you going to do? Well, if you got the email through illegal means, you bought it or stole it, then you should do the decent thing and delete it. But if it's an existing client or student that you have a relationship with, then what we are doing is we're going to continue that relationship. But make sure you comply with GDPR. So what now? Well, we recommend keeping calm, breathing in and breathing out. You probably need to do something, but there's no need to panic. So let's find out what we need to do and how to do it in 5 easy steps. So what do you need to do? Well, find out first of all whether it applies to you. Yep, you better find that out. Find out what the legal basis is. The what? We'll explain later. You need to think about consent, what it is and how to set it up. Well, yep, I guess that's a good idea. The rights of your clients, well, I suppose that's important, and privacy policy and acting on it. Ooh, that sounds complicated. So let's take it step by step. First of all, does GDPR apply to you? Let's find out. Okay, do you have a website with a contacts form? Do you have an email contacts list, and do you contact clients or students by email? If you said yes to any of these, then I'm afraid yes, GDPR does apply. And by the way, if you answered no, you better think about practice development, because you probably should be saying yes to all of these. Oh my goodness, legal basis. What is that? So what is legal basis? Well, it's the basis, in other words, why you're going to be able to process someone's data. And there's A, B, C, D, E, F. But for our purposes, it's most likely that it's going to be A, consent. The individual has given clear consent for you to process their personal data for a specific purpose. So now we go on to step 3, consent. Okay, so consent, it's most likely to be our legal basis. If you've got a school, it might be a contract, but we can talk about this later. So we need to clearly and in simple language communicate to our clients or students why we need to contact them and what we're going to send them and if we're going to process their data. Okay, so where are we going to put this information? Well, most likely on our health questionnaire, on our website contact form, and also any email sign-up sheets that you might use, like when you're at a health fair. Now, you can make up your own wording for consent, or you can use templates that we have on our online social media and GDPR compliance workshop, and there's more on that later. Okay, so now step 4, the rights of our clients or students. The rights. Okay, whoa, there's so many rights. And the GDPR provides the following rights for individuals: the right to be informed, the right of access, to rectification, to erasure, to restrict processing, to data portability, to object, and rights in relation to automated decision making and profiling. Wow, that's a lot, but let's just have a look, because the right to be informed is probably the most important one to think about. Our clients or students have the right to be informed about the collection and use of their personal data. That's a key transparency requirement under GDPR. That means it's a really important thing that we have to be clear about. And we've got to provide individuals with information including the purposes for processing their personal data, for example, to send them an e-newsletter or news about our centre. Retention periods for that personal data, how long we're going to keep it, normally forever until they say they don't want us to do it, and who we will share that data with. Most therapists won't be sharing data with anyone. Okay, that's called privacy information, and we must provide privacy information to individuals at the time we collect their personal data from them. The privacy information must be concise, transparent, intelligible, easily accessible, and uses clear and in plain language, so no lawyer speak here. And the best place for that is to keep it in our privacy policy. So it's time for step 5. But wait a minute, you might say, what about all the other rights? We've got the right to be informed, checked and sorted, but what about all the others? Well, don't worry, let's just breathe in again and breathe out. Okay? Because all those rights can be taken care of in our privacy policy and be part of our plan if we have requests about data or complaints. And our EMS can help us with that. So it's time for step 5. Wait a minute, you might say, what's an EMS? What does it mean? Does it mean dee-da, dee-da, emergency medical services? No, in this context it means an email marketing service. Why would you want an EMS? Well, it allows you to send professional emails to your contacts. It provides support with GDPR. It allows an easy unsubscribe link. And it's going to be low cost or free for a small number of contacts. So why not use one? Okay. Now, which one might you choose? Well, we've got experience of MailChimp, we've got experience of MadMimi, and we've also got experience of ConvertKit. So you can ask us about it on the workshop, which we'll tell you about later. Okay, so we can finally get on to step 5, the privacy policy. Now, if you take some of the advice on websites, you've probably been told to take yourself off, get into your private jet, visit your lawyer, consult about GDPR, but back in the real world, what's likely to happen? Well, what we've done is we've used a template. You can use a template privacy policy, and it will mean a lot more to you once you've seen this video. You can find one on the internet, there's lots out there, or you can use our one, which we'll share with you. Okay, you can put the privacy policy on your website and you can link to it from anywhere that you have any privacy concerns. Okay, and you should definitely link to it from your sign up form, and we can help you with all of this on the social media workshop. Okay, so let's just review. So don't panic. Follow these 5 steps on this video. Have your consent worked out. Work on a privacy policy using a template, and have a plan if you have any inquiries or complaints in the future. Sign up with an EMS, and if you want more detail about any of this, we recommend you go to the ico.org.uk website, which is where we got most of the information for this video. And of course, you can also join us on our social media GDPR support online workshop. We can guide you through all aspects of compliance and provide forum support for you. Okay, so a little bit about the workshop. My colleague and friend Nicole Bays helps me with the workshop. It's a 5-hour program. It's a CPD certificated program, and we give you support obviously on GDPR, privacy policy and consent templates, and it's usually €49.99. If you've already booked on either the social media workshop or the successful practice course and you're enrolled students, we'd just like to tell you the good news: you will get free GDPR upgrades because you're an enrolled student. So no worries there. Okay, but if you haven't enrolled on one of our courses that are now supported and you'd like to join us on the online social media and GDPR support workshop, here's some good news, and thanks for staying with us because we've got a limited offer of some free places on that course. All you need to do is go to newenergywork.com, go to the free stuff tab and follow the link. Okay, we hope to see you on the course.